What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the daily vlog. Now, as you know, if you're a regular on the channel, not every single video that we do is entirely a vlog, and today's video is one of them videos. We are actually going to be reacting to a video that I've wanted to watch now for a week. We're going to be watching a guy called Forrest Galante. Now, Forrest Galante is probably best described as a biologist, a TV host, a personality. He's got his own YouTube channel, podcast, and he does a lot of stuff with Discovery TV. He's a really cool personality. If you've not seen him, go and check him out. I will leave a link to his channel in the description. And today we're going to be watching a video that's quite fitting for us. So with that being said, we are a British couple living in Australia, going to watch an American talk about Australian animals. It's getting a bit confusing, this, but the video is Australia's top 5 deadliest animals. I thought it would be a good watch as the majority of the viewers on our channel are Australian, so it could be pretty cool to see what Forrest has got to say about the top 5 most dangerous animals. Do you guys agree? Do you guys differ in opinions? And also, we might learn something that we don't know living in Australia that could really help us.
Yeah. The all animals from Australia.
All from Australia, so okay. The top 5 deadliest animals. So, without any further ado, let's get into Forrest's video and have a watch and see what he thinks the most deadliest animals in Australia are.
You're exploring the rugged landscapes of Australia, from its sun-drenched coast to the dense, mysterious bushlands. But lurking in these diverse environments are some of the most dangerous creatures on the planet. Each one more.
I was going to say,
the bush does scare me.
The bush scares me to death.
In the dark, would you go bushwalking in the dark? We're scared in the daytime.
I bet people do, though. I bet people do.
Yeah.
I bet people, like, maybe not a lot of people, but I bet some people have, or maybe not regularly do, but have done. Yeah, camping scares me in this country.
Are lethal than the last. Imagine coming face to face with animals so deadly they make even seasoned adventurers like myself think twice. From animals that can rip your limbs off to others that can paralyze you, these are the top 5 deadliest animals straight out of the land down under. At number 5 on our list, we have an animal with vibrant blue rings and delicate tentacles.
Of course, blue octopus.
Oh, yeah, the blue ring octopus, of course. I thought he was going for the box jellyfish already. I was like, blue rings? Yeah, sorry,
oh, gosh, yeah, so bad. Not something that you see often here.
I know, yeah.
They are around.
Are they more common in certain places, or are they all over? Because I did see, was it a clip from Bondi Beach where one of them's got into, do you know, like the pools by the side of the water, like the kind of sea pools? A kid has like collected it up in a bucket and carries it over to the lifeguards, and the lifeguards are like,
oh my,
put the bucket down, step away. So maybe they're more common in New South Wales. I'm not too sure. I'm guessing they're everywhere. Be careful.
Any woman is lucky to be alive after being stung twice on the stomach by a blue-ringed octopus.
There are actually 4 species of blue-ringed octopus, ranging from Japan to Australia.
Oh, wow.
But these aren't your regular octopus. They only reach a max size of a mere 8 inches. There are actually 3 official species in Australia, and they're incredibly common in coastal waters.
Wow.
Despite having formidable reputations, blue-ringed octopus are actually rarely encountered. They are the ocean's recluses, and there are so many aspects of their lives that we still don't fully understand. When provoked, they quickly change color, becoming bright yellow with each of their 50 to 60 rings flashing a bright iridescent blue.
Just going to say, what fascinating animals octopus are, like you said, as a whole species.
Insane.
Like them, cuttlefish.
Yeah.
Cuttlefish are another one that just blow my mind, same as like squid. Just
seeing them move.
Insane. Yeah. So crazy creatures. Like this little one on the end of the couch. He's so fed up. Sorry, we'll be done soon, Picco.
Within a third of a second as a warning display. And here's the funny thing. If you search this up on Google, you'll find it straight away. There's tons of videos of people picking up blue-ringed octopus and letting them crawl on their hands. Like, what? Surely you'd think common sense prevails and they wouldn't pick up a tiny yellow octopus with flashing blue rings, but...
My question is this something that Aussies have been known to do? Like, because surely they're educated enough to know that.
They mustn't know.
So this is most likely tourists, or most likely people coming to the country that aren't fully informed, because I feel like this would be drilled into people as kids, because kids want to explore naturally, so I feel like they have to get taught early in the country, so surely they would know, but I don't know. This is crazy to even think to just go and pick something up in Australia like that. I don't know. Those colours would scare me.
They pick it up thinking it's cute, and I don't think they know this, but just a single wrong move could result in a critical mistake. But here's where it gets intense. Their saliva contains tetrodotoxin, a potent neurotoxin that can paralyze their prey within minutes. It carries enough venom to kill 26 adult humans within seconds. Yeah, you heard me. This small thing can kill 26 people. That is just insane. And here's what makes it worse. Their bites are super discreet, tiny, and often painless. And the worst part is, you won't really even know that you've been envenomated until the regular symptoms start to kick in. Numbness, nausea, vomiting, vision changes, and difficulty swallowing. And after 10 minutes, you start to hyperventilate, lose muscular function due to the onset of paralysis. To make things even better, no blue-ringed octopus antivenom is available. These tiny...
There's no antivenom.
No antivenom.
I did not know that. 26, enough to kill 26 people, and there's no antivenom.
I wonder why that is. Is it just too strong?
I don't know whether it's just not been developed because they don't know enough about the creature. That is so crazy. Sorry, we'll keep watching, guys.
Animals
Mental.
have been the cause of at least 11 deaths worldwide. So when you see a cute octopus in a tide pool along the beach, don't go picking it up unless you know exactly what it is.
Drink your
And
iced
if it has
tea.
blue rings,
This is iced
stay
tea,
away
guys.
from it.
Not even
This little
more.
animal is a very important reminder of aposematism, where beauty and danger can often dwell in the
That's a
same
great word.
exact package.
Apple.
At number 4 on the list is a creature that I myself almost had a very close call with, and it's something you probably wouldn't be able to outrun. Yep, we're talking about the eastern brown snake. This venomous danger noodle is native to eastern and central.
Noodle.
Danger noodle.
I love that.
So, native range, eastern and central Australia, right where we are.
Yeah.
Diet, rodents, small vertebrae, reptiles and frogs. Now, oh, look out, Picco. Now, I did hear one of our friends actually mention to us, the eastern browns are scary and dangerous, but what you actually want to be more careful of is the juveniles. Because with the adults, they can sometimes do like, not a mock bite, but they can bite and not inject the venom. But even when they do inject the venom, they kind of have a slow release of it, whereas the juveniles don't have the control and release everything. So you're actually more likely to die. Now, is this a urban myth or
it might not be
like
true,
something
just
that's
what
not
we're
true?
told.
But like I said, I think we've actually been told by people that that is the case. So is that true? Is that not? But just be wary of them either way.
Central Australia and can grow up to 7 feet long. Found along the east coast of Australia and even parts of Papua New Guinea, it holds the title of the world's second most venomous land snake, right after the inland taipan. Lovely, right? Now, these guys are typically inactive during the day and come back out in the late afternoon. And let me tell you, eastern brown snakes are fast. And they don't just stay on the ground. When they feel threatened, they'll rise up like a cobra and flatten their necks, which makes sense because cobras and eastern browns are in the same Elapidae family. And here's a fun fact. Unlike most snakes, these guys actually seem to hunt by sight. Eastern browns have a diet that is mostly mammals. And at this point, actually, in Australia, it's a lot of pests, house mice, cats, even feral rabbits. And here's where it gets really terrifying. They're the only snakes that regularly kill a person in under 15 minutes. No. The real kicker, you won't even feel bad for the first 13 of them. Then, bam, things go downhill fast. These snakes are responsible for more...
That is so scary.
It's really scary.
Don't mess with them.
No.
Do not mess with
No.
them. Just stay well away. But like you said, that's the thing. They're even quick as well, so... Is the best thing to do to stand still?
I think they say stand still and it'll just, when it doesn't see you as a threat, and it'll just kind of slither past you. But in that moment, to stay still and to not run.
It's good to know pre-hand, but like you said, it's such a scary scenario to be in that. Because like you said, you don't want to bother the snake, but to like run would be like an instinctive thing. But like you said, they see that as a threat and then chase you.
Yeah.
Game over.
More deaths from snake bites in Australia than any other species. Their venom messes with your blood's ability to clot, leading to all sorts of chaos like collapse, cardiac arrest, brain...
Sorry, I'm not laughing at the thing. I'm just laughing at the stock footage kind of like, and it's so like jarring to see stock footage at times, but it's obviously not fully related. Like this clip that's on the screen is obviously like a heart attack, but like They just match it in where they can. It's funny. Don't get me wrong, I love Forrest videos and I think Forrest's a great guy, but it's just stock footage. In and out of this video makes me laugh.
In hemorrhages, bleeding out of organs, and symptoms can kick in super quickly. There are even reports of people collapsing just 2 minutes after being bitten. And of the 3,000 or so snake bites reported each year in Australia, 41% come from brown snakes.
No.
They're responsible for the highest number of snake fatalities in Australia. Up to 2 deaths are reported each year. If you see one, don't try to pick it up. Maybe just walk the other way.
Is that a real
do
snake?
it fast, because we know how fast they are. At number 3 on our list is an animal that's practically a living dinosaur. And honestly, one of my absolute favorites, the saltwater crocodile. I've caught quite a few of these bad boys in my time.
So let's have a little quick look at these. So the saltwater crocodile, native range, Northern Australia, brackets Broome, Rockhampton. You can get them in like a lot of places, can't you? They are like a lot wider than I even thought, the crocs.
Yeah, definitely.
I genuinely just thought it was like a small patch of Australia where they are. They're everywhere. But yeah, the diet, almost anything. Yikes. We actually heard a horror story about that. The doctor that got the pass give way and he actually fell in, and then a croc managed to get in before he could get out, which is absolutely horrifying. I think he was on a walk with his family. Just truly terrifying. Stay away from the water if you're in that northern area. You've heard more horror stories about people going swimming and stuff to like have celebrations who aren't used to the area, tourists and like new people to the area. Just there's enough signs. We've been up to Cairns before and we've seen that area. There is enough signs to know not to, but some people maybe just a bit excited, maybe a few beverages. You never know what people do, but they got the world's strongest bite force as well. Yikes. Stay away.
Yeah.
Stay away. There you go. That's my answer. Stay away. Look at that. 6.4 meters.
20. So believe me when I say that crocs are just built differently. These massive reptiles call saltwater habitats, brackish wetlands, and freshwater rivers home. From India all the way to northern Australia and even Micronesia. But since we're specifically talking about Australia, you'll find them from Broome in Western Australia all the way to Rockhampton in Queensland. Salties are the largest living reptiles. These giants can weigh up to 3,300 pounds and grow to over 21 feet long. They also have the strongest bite of any living animal. Guess the PSI. It's a whopping 7,700 PSI. That's basically a hydraulic press in croc form. Speaking of what they do with those jaws, saltwater crocs will prey on pretty much anything that steps into their territory. And yep, humans are absolutely on the mend.
There you go.
They're not picky.
Yeah.
When I think of saltwater crocodiles, the first thing that comes to mind is the way they hunt and their infamous death roll, the way they sneak up on prey, grab it, and spin like they're in a washing machine, ripping things limb for limb. In northern Australia, saltwater crocs are thriving in all river systems. There are an estimated 100,000 to 200,000 adult salties just cruising around up there. They've even killed 30 people in Australia over the past 25 years. That's more than double what it was back in the 1970s. And here's another fun little...
So what? Yeah. Are people just stupid these days?
Maybe. Is that higher population? Do you know what that probably is? It's probably just more population going into the area of their habitat. So there's more crossover between the two.
Or maybe more crocs. If they're
maybe
thriving.
More crocs, yeah.
If they're thriving.
Scary, so scary. I mean, we don't have them here where we live on like the Sunshine Coast, but the idea that they are like,
Not far.
I was going to say up the road. It's a longer way up the road, but they are around. Oh.
Fact, unlike our American alligators, saltwater crocs are built for salt water. They've got special salt glands that allow them to survive in salty conditions. So while the gators in the US stick to freshwater, these crocs can roam both worlds. Pretty wild, right? At number 2 on our list, we have the most venomous fish in the entire world.
Stonefish.
The stonefish. Now, the name kind of gives it away, right? They look exactly like a rock. And trust me...
So we were warned about these and we did a bit more research. I didn't fully know about these before we came out to Oz, but this is a great one to put on the list. These scare me when you go to rock pools. So when you're rock pooling, this is one of the main things that I'm like looking for and being aware of, potentially seeing.
So would these be like in the fairy pools at Noosa?
I don't know whether, I'm guessing, I wouldn't want to say no, but I think they could be in any like body of seawater, kind of rock pool-esque area. But yeah, like you said, it's the barbs actually in the top of the fins that like retract, and they actually have like needle-like spikes that inject a poison. But yeah, let's have a little look and see what it says. Northern half Australia, so I don't know whether they are here. Maybe it is only further up north. I'm not too sure. Fish and crustaceans, superpowers, 13 sharp venomous spines down the back. Yeah, crazy.
If you're not paying attention, you could easily step on one while wading through tide pools.
They look like
and here's a running theme. Definitely don't pick this one up either, like I'm about to do in this video. In Australia, you'll find stonefish hanging out in coastal shallow waters, estuaries, creek mouths, and rivers, and they're not tiny. These fish, as you just saw in the video of me, can grow up to about 12 inches long, which is pretty decent size for a fish that looks like a rock. These guys are expert ambush predators, blending in perfectly with their surroundings. They just chill, looking like part of the reef, waiting for some unsuspecting prey to swim on by, then boom, they strike with those big jaws and swallow their meal whole. Now, here's where it gets gnarly. Stonefish have 13 spines along their backs, each loaded with potent neurotoxins.
Do you know what it looks like?
What does it look
It looks like, do you know, like Superman, like kryptonite? Do you like the crystal? It looks like that, like when,
Oh, yeah.
bit scary. I mean, that would literally be a human's kryptonite.
When they're disturbed or threatened, those needle-like spines pop up and can inject venom from sacs at the base of each of those spines. Step on one, thinking it's just a rock, boom. You get so much venom injected, it's the worst sting you can ever feel, and it can be deadly if left untreated. Most stonefish stings happen when someone steps on them accidentally or touches their spines, forcing venom into their foot with pressure. And get this, they can sting on land too, since they can survive out of water for up to 24 hours, which is insane. Contrary to popular belief, stonefish only use their venom as a defense mechanism and not for hunting. The pain...
And you wonder why I'm scared of the water.
Yeah, no, that's pretty reasonable. Understandable. Apologies. Apologies for ever taking the mickey out of you. I'm also now scared. They're not the prettiest fish, but how cool are they, though?
They are cool.
They are really cool.
I don't want to come into contact with one. I'd love to see one.
Just
not like...
Keep your Crocs on when you swim and you're doing the right thing. I'll be crying when I stand on one.
However, if you get stung by one, is immediate and can last for days. In fact, stonefish antivenom is the second most administered in Australia.
Wow.
And kind of a funny side note, stonefish is actually pretty delicious, by the way. Some people are eating them. You just have to be so careful when cleaning their spines, similar to...
Have you ever eaten stonefish or been somewhere that sells stonefish?
Looks like he's going bleh.
Even he thinks it looks disgusting. Yeah, have you ever been somewhere where it does that? I mean, that kind of, is it sashimi? It kind of looks a bit like sashimi, yeah. So
yeah.
Maybe it's like a Japanese delicacy, I don't know. Do you know what?
You try it, of course.
I'd give it a try.
Yeah.
I think I would give it a try. You never know until you try it.
You don't know.
I prefer not to try and stand on it. I'd try to eat it than stand on it, so there's an option.
To the video we did catching invasive lionfish in the Bahamas, which we'll put here. Anyway, if you're ever out exploring the reefs or beaches, watch where you step, because that rock that just moved might just be packing a very venomous punch, and it's not something you'll want in your foot. This next animal, considered to be the most dangerous animal in Australia, is the box jellyfish.
Police are preparing a report for the coroner after a teenager died from a box jellyfish sting in far north Queensland.
These jellyfish are easily recognized by their cube shape.
Let's just give a quick overview. So many people have warned us about these, just to be like, obviously not the idea of like, oh, you're going to see them regularly. It's just like, this is the one that when I've asked Australians, what scares you the most? A lot of them say the stingers, the jellyfish, like you said, those are the main ones that a lot of people who haven't come to Australia are going, oh, I'm scared of the spiders, I'm scared of the snakes. Yeah. So many Aussies go, just be wary of the stingers. Just watch out for stinger season.
They're really common.
A lot more.
What are they called? The blue bottle ones?
Yeah, the blue bottle, or is it Mana Water?
I'm not sure.
They've got like another name.
We both had a sting from one of them.
Yeah, I got stung on the ankle from one. It was sore. It wasn't majorly painful, but I got stung by one. You did. Those, I think, like you said, try and not get stung by them. You avoid them when you see them on the beach, but these are just
something else.
Whole different type of fish. Whole different kettle of fish. Sorry, I'll stop. But yeah, let's have a little look and see. So, tropical Australian coastal waters. So, possibly here yet where we live. Small fish, crustacean, worms, jellyfish, and the superpower is most rapidly acting venom known to science. Jeez. Body up to 1 foot long. I didn't know they could get that. I always imagined them very small. In diameter, tentacles up to 10 foot.
Oh my gosh.
That's even more.
Shaped body, hence the name box jellyfish. And get this, there's not one, there are 51 species of known box jellies, and there could even be more undiscovered ones out there, which of course intrigues me. Unlike other jellyfish that just drift along hoping to bump into a meal, the box jellyfish is said to be an active hunter. Yeah, imagine a big, gelatinous floating blob in the ocean chasing down its prey. That is insane. They've got 24 eyes positioned all around their bell, giving them full 360-degree vision, and they're fast too, moving at speeds of up to 20 feet per minute, which for a jellyfish is like the Usain Bolt of jellies.
So are they like, that's very funny. Are they like actively, they gun through the water things? I always, like you said, I'd love to see one move, because you just imagine like kind of going with the current, don't you? Dragging along.
Around, yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Box jelly
as well, so they're just constantly.
That one literally looked like it was like reeling in that fish, like a fisherman would.
These are found in patchy distributions around the world, but they thrive in tropical Indo-Pacific regions. In Australia, they live in the shallow waters of the northern coast, but brace yourself, they've been spotted right here in California. So make sure you keep an eye out. I've actually seen them in California, but the ones we get are not as venomous as the Australian species. So let's talk about what makes them so venomous and so dangerous, which is that box jellies have stinging cells on their tentacles that inject venom designed to instantly stun or kill prey like fish or shrimp. But what happens if you get stung? That venom is a whole different story. Those who are stung are said to usually scream in pain, with very severe stings causing respiratory distress and even cardiac arrest within just a few minutes. And ultimately, if left untreated, even death. The sting is said to be far more painful than the smaller irukandji jellyfish. Imagine visible welts and...
So
They're the ones.
that irukandji is what I always imagined before I came out to Australia. That's what I thought box jellyfish were, the irukandji ones. The tiny little speck ones, I always thought they were hard to see, but yeah, I've now found a new full fear for box jellyfish and the actual size of them.
Prints where the tentacles hit your skin, followed by severe pain, cramping, and as I said, even possibly cardiac arrest within minutes. It is no joke. In fact, box jellies have caused at least 79 deaths in Australia since record-keeping began. Most recent cases involve children, like the very sad case of a 14-year-old who unfortunately died as a result of box jellyfish sting just 2 years ago. So if you think you have been stung by a box jellyfish, just call an ambulance immediately. This is not one worth messing with. Let me know, guys, if you enjoyed this video. We can do 5 of the deadliest from all.
I enjoyed that video. I learned a lot from it.
I like Forrest. If you've not checked him out, like I said, he will be in the description. A really, really cool video. Is there anything, any newfound fears? I'm sure you would have known a lot of these, but is there any new ones?
The stonefish is particularly scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of knew about the rest of them, but yeah, that stonefish is...
Yeah. I'm going to say no spiders on there, which does shock me. You always imagine a spider being on there, but it just goes to show, if you don't bother a lot of animals, they don't tend to bother you. I think for me, the eastern brown, especially being right where we are, and the fact that they kind of get so big and can chase, there's something, like you said, I love snakes, but that is just a different...
And you can't control that, so you could bump into that, like, with the jellies, you have to be in the ocean.
In the ocean, whereas I could accidentally step on one of these by accident if its tail's hanging out. Because they're big, big old things, like, scary things.
Yeah, you could find it in your house.
Oh, don't say it. But that being said, that is our video for today. I hope you have enjoyed. We're going to take this little deadly creature away now because, as you can see, he's getting very vicious. He's been grumbling in between takes, so we're going to have to sort him out. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you have not already, please be sure to subscribe. It does mean the world to us. It really helps the channel growing. Recently just passed 3,000 subscribers, so thank you so much if you already have. Like, support, let us know any other videos you want us to react to. Thank you again to Forrest for the video. Thank you to the members shown on screen now, your lovely faces, and we shall see you in the next one. Adios.
Bye.
We're going to have to get up for this.